we've been given the access to play Stars Reach. Now, this is the pre-alpha testing type stuff we're doing right now. So it's really pre-beta. So a lot of people who know about beta, this is before that. This is a very small crew or group of people who actually get to play it. Beta testing is a little bit bigger, and then obviously open beta is wide open. Now, I played it a little bit yesterday. As you can see, I have a character already, but I'll go through some of the things I've noticed on the game so far. So let's go ahead and go to create a new character. Now, other than the species or whatever the players are, there's no differences. There's no better or worse for one or the other. It's basically the same everything. It's just looks. There's no other abilities that one has that the other one doesn't, at least so far. So we'll go ahead and get out of here, go into mine, and go ahead and start. Now with this pre-alpha edition testing or pre-alpha testing, there is a lot of crashes. Yesterday, it basically kicked me out of the game twice. I have a video of it kicking me out. Just go right back in. It's already known. They're working on the issues. It should be fixed by time the game comes out. Now, if you look right here, you'll see up in the top corner there is Create Report F11. That is for anybody doing testing, where if they find something wrong, they can turn around and press F11, create a report. It does take a snapshot and stuff like that where you might have an issue. Okay. First and foremost, what in the world? Oh, the sun's going down. Okay. First, the game itself. It is a very it is a very cartoony game. It's going to be a hit and miss on a lot of people. I don't know. I'm not worried about the make it look realistic. I'm more worried about the gameplay itself. What you can do with the game, stuff like that. Now, this is by far a lot better than the early EverQuest days I played, and also the early WoW days I played. I actually beta tested WoW for 6 months before it actually came out live years ago, so that kind of shows my age. But not bad. Some of the movements are just your basic movement. W forward, S back, left and right is A and D, space is jump. There are a couple things you might want to watch. If you go to F1, very helpful key, it will tell you pretty much your help key is what it is. It tells you everything about the game, control keys, which right here is perfect because it shows everything that you need to know about the controller, the keyboard and mouse, what they do, where you need to go. Movement, it already has it on there as your control keys. The one thing I have to say is this right here is really helpful. This is your resources. This is one thing I found yesterday where it does show a lot of different things for your organic meats, fruits, skeleton, wood, stuff like that, as well as your gems. And anything you need to know about the game itself, it kind of lays it out here. What you need, the different things you can do. Again, your resources, space. Space is a whole different issue. We will go into that a little bit later. But right now, you have, let me see, you have your buttons right here. So this is basically the number keys, 1 through 4. You have 1, which is your omniblast. You have your Pathfinder, which is you can see these things right here. These are your Pathfinder uh, beacons. Let me see if I have one. Yeah, there's one over here. So I'll show you this real quick. So right here you have the beacon. Now, if you don't have the Pathfinder equipped, it does not show up, so you cannot do anything with it. It's only when you have it up, you can click on it, and you get your experience, which is pretty good. It's just okay, lag on the game side. So this is a known thing too, as you can tell. Okay, now that we're back, so this is where you'll start off at. You'll start off at one of these stations. Here is the lathe where you can make stuff. So you do have your inventory that has everything in there. You have your recipes of things you can make. This is where you respawn at, is right here. So whenever you die, you respawn to one of these points right there. Let's see. Use Toolmaster. So these are the tools you can make. You do have recipes once you get the ability to make them, and I'll show you that in just a second. This right here will tell you whether you can make it or not. Now, this right here, I can make them with this, that, but I do not have any plastic. Where I get plastic, I have no idea. Obviously, I can find it somewhere because somebody back in the back corner is actually doing exactly what we want to do or want to make for forestry. So yellow means you have some of the items or one of the items that you need. Red means you don't have anything. Now, skills. Skills is a little bit different. There is no... Let me get up here out of the way. There is no experience bar per se. There is, I guess, skill points. So every time you do something, say for instance you harvest a tree or do this. Let me see. I'll show you this right here. So get the terraformer on. See, +1 experience, +33 experience. So what that experience goes to is not necessarily your character level, because there really isn't one that I've noticed. What there is, though, is that experience is going to, when you press K, is going to this right here. So mineralogy, if you say, for instance, you cut down trees or anything, you go to forestry. Anything in combat goes to combat. Plants, harvesting any kind of plant vegetation goes to botany. Civil engineering is obviously building stuff. Ranger is those beacons which I've shown you. There's other things for Ranger. I just haven't done any of them yet. I only played for about 3 hours. As far as the gameplay, this right here gets dangerous because you will create a ginormous hole which you will fall in. You can get out, but it's going to take some time and some know-how to climb out and everything like that. You can fill yourself back in. Now, say for instance you have your hopper empty. If you look right there in front of it, it shows 45%, 49%. Now, how to empty your hopper is Q button. And basically, you have to have it far away. So there you go. You're emptying your hopper. This is basically just gravel and stuff like that. It does not get rid of the other things that you picked up. Let's see, fill this up. So once you get to the point where it's empty, you can turn around and see, almost. It does kind of level out and go back to the natural state. Okay. Let's see. Q. Okay, 1%. There you go. Okay, hopper's empty. That means when I start mining, I can mine whatever I need to and I don't have to worry about it. Now, this right here is somebody's camp. I thought I had one down here. Guess not. Haven't made a camp yet. I may have made it somewhere else. I don't know. Really don't know. Now, camps are permanent. Oh no, is this my camp? Maybe it is my camp. I don't know. We'll see. So you can use that. I believe this is someone else's. So you can use other people's tools and stuff like that to make whatever you need. Like I said, the inventory doesn't go bad like some games where, say, for instance, the meat goes bad or the drink goes bad. This one doesn't. It stays there. You just full after a while, I take it. Combat. Combat is kind of interesting because combat is literally you don't fight one mob. Whatever you hit, usually, and I say usually, everything I've fought so far has a lot of friends that come with it. Say, for instance, those, and they go ways away. My God. They do a lot of damage. Go to 1. They do have a bigger aggro point. They hurt. And the sun sets really quickly. Where did that guy come from? I think there's some underground. I don't know where they're coming from, but let me get out of here. There are some things that are underground. As you can tell, I get blown up by stuff that I have no idea what it is. Crap, I gotta stay away from this guy. So these guys right here are absolutely... Oh, don't want to shoot them. These guys right here, they don't die, they just get bigger and more powerful. So anytime you try to... I don't know why I'm trying to fire at him. He doesn't get hit by me that far away. But anytime you try to mess with him, he just gets bigger. You can fire at him, and he literally gets twice the size. Let me see. See, watch. See? He just gets bigger. So those guys, other than just showing you guys, I just leave them alone. There's no sense fighting them. They don't die. They just get larger until they're too... So I'll show you where you... World Station. See? Where you spawn right there. It does leave a beacon where you died. You just have to go get your items you dropped. You do drop stuff, so just FYI, be careful. I believe you drop everything you picked up the last time you died or zoned in or whatever like that. I don't drop everything, as you can tell. I still have pretty much everything. Just dropped everything I just picked up from the last entry. Now, I'll go over here. Don't step in the hole that somebody made. Oh, shit. Okay, let's get out of there. And this would be the botany. Now, I don't know exactly if they are going to add more things to it. It'd be interesting to find out because... Okay, there we go. Since playing this the last basically like 3 hours, I literally have done most of the stuff. So I've actually got enough combat to knock out the last two things. Oh, I got to be in the homestead. So that's another thing. To be able to do this, let me see. Go to this one. See if I can do it. Let's see. So there you go. I have fulfilled everything for combat, and I still have this. So obviously, I'm hoping they add more to it. So over 3 hours, or just about 3 hours, I've literally been able to get most of the ranger stuff. I haven't even tried that yet, so I just got that at the end of the time. Meteorology, this mining and stuff like that. Forestry, I haven't started. All of the combat and the botany up to that. It goes pretty quick. So your experience for just this is up here. It doesn't pertain to, you can use the combat experience in forestry or vice versa or any of the above. So, as far as the movement's not bad. If you get stuck, you can climb out. As you can tell, when she climbs up the thing, let me see if I can get myself in the area where I need to climb. Just hop up stuff. Like that right there. So they can climb out of stuff. If you do fall in a hole, you do have the ability to climb out of things, so you're not stuck 100%. Now, what's on here, I have no idea. Oh, somebody's, I don't know, somebody's house or something they're building. I think this is all just shell stuff, gravel. Now, I do have to say, when you jump in a cave, cavern, whatever, it does disorient you quite a bit because of the camera angles. If you're far down, obviously it moves. Uh, Somebody blowing stuff up under there, but you have to watch out for that. If you're in a fight with something underneath, go as close as you can because you're going to get lost with going through basically the holes that the things make. Like if there's an opening there, it's going to change your perspective in an instant. It is going to be quick and it's going to disorient you. When we go to outer space, I'll show you that, and I'll show you exactly how quick it'll disorient you, especially when you're inside one of the asteroids. It really is hard to control your combat skills whatsoever. So, anyways, as I fall even further in. Oh, so let me see a terraformer. Let me see if anything's down here. So different places have different things. As you can see, I have different things that I'm collecting. Lead. It's interesting. So I just got a lot of different skills at the end of the day yesterday. I never really tested them out. The only thing now is actually getting out. Oh, I just burrowed my way out. Okay. So getting out of that hole is difficult if you fall in a hole straight down. If there's a ledge, you really can't get your way out. You will have to do a little bit of tunneling to get yourself out. But anyways, so far, I like the game. I think there is a lot of opportunities. I think there's a lot of things that they can improve on. But all in all, for an alpha test, it's actually pretty cool. Now, I know there's going to be some changes to it. This is literally just alpha test. This is a very beginning of it. So any kind of glitches or issues, they will change this at the before the actual game comes out. The one thing I know they'll have to change is if you go to let me see, clothing. They have spots for clothes, but they don't. So far, I don't know anything of where clothes have changed. That's obviously coming in the future. I haven't found anything yet. Again, I've only been playing this for 3 hours, going on 3.5 now. But so far, it is a pretty decent game. I haven't started building anything yet. I wanted to work on the basics with you guys, or show you the basics before I got too in depth with it. Hope you guys like this. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hope to see you in the next video. I will go through the space area and the difficulties you will have going into outer space, especially when it comes to combat and movement. It's a lot different than inside or on the planet surface itself. Okay, hope to see you next video. Bye.